Yo, what's going up, guys? It is me, Johnny the Collecting Wizard, and Al just dropped off this amazing magical parcel right at my doorstep, and you and me are gonna go ahead and open it right here, right now. So without further ado, cue the intro and let's get this video rolling.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yo, what's going up, guys? It is me, Johnny the Collecting Wizard, and I am proud to say that I have partnered up with Theory 11. And I know you guys are probably wondering, who is Theory 11? Well, let me go ahead and tell you. Theory 11 is the largest producer of luxury designer playing cards to date. They've actually designed and produced 78 unique playing card designs. So I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering what makes Theory 11 better than the rest, and I'm here to go ahead and tell you because their playing cards are the best that I have seen. These are by far the coolest playing cards that I have ever seen, and I'm very fortunate to have them right here, right in front of me. Well, they're just playing cards. They're not just playing cards. They're Harry Potter luxury playing cards. Have you seen the design? My bad. Harry Potter playing cards, but they're just playing cards. Right? No. They're not just Harry Potter playing cards. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys just exactly why these are the best playing cards I have seen ever. I mean, they're so detailed, and this is probably gonna be a 20-minute video, so be ready, buckle up, grab your butterbeer, grab your every flavor bean, and let's take a deep dive inside these amazing detailed playing cards by Theory 11. Alright, and here are all of the decks. They have one for every house. You have yellow for Hufflepuffs, you have red and gold for the Gryffindors, you have my favorite, the Slytherin household, green, beautifully done, and then you have the Ravenclaws. You have this Ravenclaw blue. Oh, look at this. I love this blue as well. It really pops. If you guys don't know what Theory 11 is, I highly recommend going into their website and checking them out because they have done a bunch of collaborations. This one, however, being Harry Potter. They partnered up with Warner Brothers to make these amazing Harry Potter ones. And God, I can't even explain how amazing these look in person. But I'm going to try my best to go ahead and show you guys everything that they have to go ahead and offer. Even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, they have a playing card deck for you. I mean, I'm telling you, they have designed and produced up to 78 unique playing card designs. So I mean, you could just go in and I'm sure you will find in their website a playing deck for you. But since I'm a big Harry Potter fan and Slytherin is my house, I am going to go ahead and show you guys the Slytherin edition of the playing deck. Future reference, even though these are different colors for the different houses, they all have the same type of deck inside. They have everything the same. I will show you guys some little differences, but it's nothing too crazy for which you're not going to want the Slytherin household and you're going to want the Gryffindor one, and vice versa. They all come with the same ones. The only difference is just the color. So I took the liberty of taking off this plastic wrap that you see on all the other ones onto the Slytherin one because this is the one that we're going to be focusing on because of course I am a Slytherin after all. You're able to see premium playing cards, Theory 11. You have Theory 11's logo right here, and you have Warner Brothers, which is the rights, which holds the rights for Harry Potter. They just went ahead and bought the licensing to go ahead and do these amazing playing decks. I guess let's just dive into the biggest thing here, which is this flush of amazing assortment of details. You guys know how much I love my details, and this does not disappoint, guys. I'm telling you, if you guys have done your research and have checked out Theory 11 already, just based off of the intro, you guys will know that they are famous for their foiling and embossing, and this one definitely does not shy away from that specific touch that Theory 11 puts into all their playing decks. So right off the bat, you see that amazing, famous, known foil or font actually that you see in all the movies, which is Harry Potter right there smack in the middle. You have Hogwarts right in the background, here it says Harry Potter playing cards. You have the Hogwarts here. Not only do you have all 4 of the animals, which represents all the houses, but with the animal, you do have a special artifact that represents each house. So for Slytherin, you have Salazar Slytherin's locket. For Gryffindor, you have Godric Gryffindor's sword. For Hufflepuff, you have Helga Hufflepuff's cup. And for Ravenclaw, you have the Ravenclaw diadem, which is Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem. And you actually have a letter, which G for Gryffindor, S for Slytherin, R for Ravenclaw, and H for Hufflepuff. If you look real closely, you actually see the golden snitch and platform 9 3/4. Let me see if my finger can grab it. Okay, so here you have platform 9 3/4. You have the golden snitch right there. You have Hogwarts right here. See Hogwarts. Oh my goodness, there's just so much. You can even see some banners here that say Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw. Oh my goodness, these are so detailed, guys. I could spend the whole day just checking all of this out. Over there you have the Slytherin and the Gryffindor banners as well. This playing deck is not your typical playing deck. It embodies all of Harry Potter. I mean, you know, the first thing you look at, the first thing your eyes look at is the big Harry Potter font, and then you have the famously known School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Hogwarts, right there. Then you have like the entrance to King's Cross right here. So you have platform 9 3/4. You have the golden snitch, Hogwarts right there, and of course, good branding. Theory 11 right under here. Let's see the sides. So this is one of the most famous spells known in all the movies and books. This is of course Expecto Patronum, and I believe, if my eyes don't deceive me, that one is Voldemort's wand, and this one is possibly Harry's. This spell is famously known for producing a Patronus. You see it famously in The Prisoner of Azkaban. And this one being Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. This is the first spell that Harry Potter learns in Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And I do believe these are the same wands. These are Voldemort's and Harry's battling it out once more. So this is the cover, and let's jump back to the back. And the back is yet again another barrage of details, which I love. This is actually the back of all the cards actually, and of course is heavily influenced by all 4 of the houses, and famously known items such as Harry Potter's is probably the most iconic item that represents Harry Potter in general, and it is his glasses with the scar. You actually have the Deathly Hallows mark right up there as well. So you have Ravenclaw's diadem right here, one on each side. You have Godric Gryffindor's sword right here, and these banners actually say Expecto Patronum. I love these details. You guys know I'm a sucker for details, and these do not shy of details. And this little sticky note kind of reminds me of something that you would see on a letter, a magical letter that you would be sending to, I don't know, a wizard or a witch. This is really cool details. Now looking closer in it, I'm telling you, like, you could spend all day just looking at these. This is an H and a P for Harry Potter, and if you actually flip it the opposite way, it says HP once again, so that way you can read it on either side once you're opening it. Alright, and now that I showed you the front and the back, and the sides, and the bottom, and the top, now it's time to finally open this luxury playing card deck by Theory 11. Okay, so I took the seal off and I opened it, but this is just, I wasn't recording. This is probably the biggest reason why you have to buy this, because check this out. You open it, and what's a spell to open everything in the wizarding world? That is right, witches and wizards. It is Alohomora. And you also have Obliviate, just in case someone that wasn't supposed to open this opened it. And of course you have the famously known sign of Harry Potter, which is his glasses and the scar, the boy who lived. And oh my god, look at this. Look at this. I believe these are owls. Yes, they are supposed to be Hedwig. And look at this, the Deathly Hallows right here to my left, and the scar, the lightning bolt scar to the right. which represents Harry Potter. Oh my goodness, let me take all these out. Look at this. Dude, I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a more detailed. Look at this. Like, who even looks inside? But yet it's so detailed inside. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I think I found my favorite playing deck. So this is the back that you guys saw in. Oh, sorry, wrong side. So the same thing. I love how they stayed with the vintage feel of the playing cards. So let's actually jump into the jokers. So the two jokers, guys. Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. Let's start out with Dobby. Dobby is free. Dobby is a free elf. If you guys have seen the movies or have read the books, you guys know that a house elf is only freed when given a sheet of clothing, an item of clothing. So you guys know he was given a sock and he was indeed freed. And if you look closer, you can see it says Bad Dobby, Bad Dobby, a good homage from the movies. And you see Harry Potter with two wands and the lightning scar. I love that they stayed with the original, you know, like cards, like the original feel, the vintage decks of cards. And let's jump into Hagrid, Rubius Hagrid, Keeper of Keys. Oh, it says the Keeper of Keys. He is a half giant, and as you can see, he has his little pink umbrella which hides his wand and his best friend Fang. Here it says Gamekeeper and Buckbeak right here in the bottom. You guys know how much he loves his fantastic beasts. Here you have an extra deck of cards here. It says Theory 11 produces the world's finest playing cards. I highly agree with this one because I have not seen any decks that come even close to how beautiful these are represented. We saw the jokers, which now thinking about it, I wish they would have came up with Fred and George, because you know they are huge pranksters and they did build the Weasley's Wizard Weez's shop, and that would have been super ideal for these. I feel like that was I guess something that they missed out on that would have made this a little bit better than Rubius, Hagrid, and Dobby, which I'm not killing them for because I do love some Dobby and some Hagrid play here. But I feel like they really missed an opportunity in putting the best jokers in Harry Potter as the Joker cards. You have Hedwig right here with his wings sticking out. You have his acceptance letter, Deathly Hallows right here. You actually have Hogwarts train right here. There's just a lot to look at and it's just so beautiful. And the other three are the known artifacts of three of the households. So you have Salazar Slytherin's locket for Slytherin household. You have Helga Hufflepuff's cup for the Hufflepuffs and Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem for the Ravenclaws. I know you guys are probably wondering, didn't you just unbox the Slytherin edition one? Well, yes, technically I did, but all the decks have the same characters. So you are going to get a large variety of characters, not just Slytherin. You're also going to get things like this guy named Neville Longbottom from Gryffindor and some other characters that you're just about to go ahead and see. So guys, just for future reference, if you guys are getting this green, if you guys are getting this green deck, this green playing cards deck, it doesn't mean that there are only Slytherin characters inside. Actually, all the decks have the same characters. So, with that being said, let's jump into Neville Longbottom. One of the more scared but weirdly enough brave Gryffindors. And Neville is famously known for being very good at herbology. So you have him with a little plant right here, and you also have a toad here and over there, symbolizing his love for Trevor the Toad. Up next you have the Queen, Luna Lovegood. Luna Lovegood is shown here with her famously known wand that's shaped like a rose, or actually just a flower. I don't know necessarily if it's a rose or not. You see her with a spectral specs, her famously known spectral specs on top of her head. I wish there would have been a little bit color, I guess. Like, she's just a very colorful character, so I would have loved her with a little bit of color. But you have her here as well holding on to the Quibbler, If you guys have seen the movies and have read the books, you guys know that her dad was actually the editor of the Quibbler. And her Patronus is a little bunny, so you see a little bunny right over here. And of course, my favorite, Severus Snape. Severus Snape is the potions teacher, so you have him here with a little vial of potion. You also know that he is the Half-Blood Prince, so he does have the advanced potion making book right under him. And his Patronus is the white doe, so it's right there in the corner. Nicely done. I mean, look at this design, guys. I love how they kept the, you know, the OG vintage vibe that all the cards typically have. I went ahead and dropped in that magic of Harry Potter in it, which is really cool. I love this. I'm definitely going to be using these to play around whenever my friends come over. Now jumping into the other kings, queens, and jacks, I'm going to jump into none other than the strongest wizard in the wizarding world, Albus Dumbledore. You see him here with his Patronus being a phoenix, and he has here Fox the Phoenix right over his shoulder here. It's just so nicely detailed. Look at this. Look at his little hands. And of course, the queen to Dumbledore, Minerva McGonagall. And you have her here, of course. Look at that face. Who doesn't recognize that face? And she is an animagus, of course. So you see her with a little cat. And her Patronus is also a cat. So you see her Patronus right over here is a little cat. Yeah, she's also holding on to her wand right over here. And probably my top two at the moment, it is Sirius Black. Sirius Black, you can see he actually has his little prisoner numbers right on his chest. He's actually nicely groomed here. He's not, you know, his typical prisoner outfit type of thing. Although you can see some prisoner costume play right in between his chest. He does have his famous wand, the one that has a bunch of like hieroglyphics type of thing. Super cool. And of course, since he is an animagus, he has a black dog right here as his Patronus. And I may add that his wand is probably the only wand that's actually flashing in a specific color. I don't believe I did see any other wand that actually has something glowing out of it. So yeah, this is a pretty unique feature with Sirius Black. Alrighty, and jumping into the dark ones, here you have the first one being Lord Voldemort, also known as Tom Riddle. And I love this little detail here. You see on the side it says Tom Riddle. You also have the dark mark all around him. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit better. You can see he's like wearing a garment with all the dark marks all around him. He has a Tom Riddle. He has his famous wand made out of bone. And you have a dark... since he doesn't have a Patronus, you do have a little Dementor on this side. But yeah, it's really cool. So, he who should not be named. And of course, the queen to Tom Riddle, or aka Voldemort, is Bellatrix Lestrange. Bellatrix Lestrange is probably more evil than Voldemort, if in my own opinion, I guess. And since she obviously doesn't have a Patronus as well, she does have, however, the Dark Mark, which is famously shown in all Death Eaters, in a branding of a tattoo on their arm. And you see her holding her wand, you know, her famous wand, that one that bends just like that one. I really like that touch. But yeah, this queen definitely resonates very, very nicely, and accompanies Lord Voldemort very nicely. And now jumping into the Jack, Draco Malfoy. Draco Malfoy, aka Harry Potter's nemesis, is holding his wand right over here, and his Patronus is a dragon. You see the Slytherin house crest right here on his shoulder. You could just stare into his eyes and you could just picture, my father will hear about this. And to top it off, the famous trio, Ron, Harry, and Hermione. Let's start off with Harry. Fun fact, Harry's actually one of my least favorited characters in the whole series, but you can't deny he is quite the guy. You have him here with a golden snitch. You have that scar that he's famously known for, and you have him here holding on to the Nimbus 2000. And you also have him here with his Patronus as well. I keep seeing this in the middle. I keep thinking it's a time turner, but I don't think that's a time turner. Jumping into Harry's version of the Queen, it is Emma Watson, aka Hermione Granger. You have her here with her Patronus, which is that otter. You have her actually with the time turner she is famously known for, and her wand. It is also lit up, kind of like the one in Sirius Black. You have her here wearing the uniform of Hogwarts and a Gryffindor scarf. And last but not least, it is Ronald Weasley. Ron Weasley, look, you can see scabbers right here on his little corner here. You also have him with the uniform and the scarf, I would say. You have his Patronus right over here and his wand also lit up. This is the third wand that has been kind of like lighting up. Side note is that unfortunately he doesn't have that famous wand that's kind of broken. It would have been really cool to see him with a little broken wand and a little bit of duct tape around it. That would have been really cool. But aside from that, that is a really nicely done Ronald Weasley. And here you guys have it. Here are all the characters in every one of these cases. This one being the Slytherin edition one. The only difference between all of these is quite literally just the actual deck itself, the coloration of it. The Slytherin one is green in the back, but other than that, they are all identical. The only difference is that they change to these colors, but other than that, they're all identical. Something that I just found out because I actually took off this little sticky thing that was on all of them. It has yet another spell that we actually all should know about. Is Expelliarmus. This is yet another famous spell that, once again, Harry Potter is famously known for. A key thing that I actually want you guys to see is that these are actually like, they pop out. They actually pop out of the frame, so you could like just rub your finger right through it, and it's kind of like a 3D effect. Unfortunately, I don't think it's really gonna show here much. You can see a lot of detailing, actually more or less like right here around the glasses of Harry Potter himself, and a little bit of the gold of the Deathly Hallows sticking out right there. But you can see a little bit of how they like pop out. Tell me this playing deck isn't awesome, guys. I told you guys it was going to be really cool. Thank you so much to Theory 11 for going ahead and sending me all 4 of these. I'm definitely going to go ahead and be pulling these out whenever my friends come over and hang out with me. If you guys have any questions about this playing deck, comment down below. I'll go ahead and reply to you guys as soon as possible. If you guys actually want to go ahead and buy this or buy the whole set, you guys could get 10% off if you guys use my code and my code only, The Collecting Wizard, in their website. Go ahead and buy these. These are awesome, guys. I literally cannot even fathom buying any other one aside from this one. It is so cool, and it's me. It's a little version of me. It's a little Slytherin version of me. I could go ahead and pull this out and people are gonna be like, whoa, where did you get that? And I'm gonna be like, Theory 11 send it to me. So thank you so much, Theory 11, for going ahead and sending me this one. It's also really good for gifts. If you guys aren't very big on Harry Potter, there are a bunch of different licenses that Theory 11 has, and they have created a bunch of really cool playing decks as well. Not only Harry Potter, but Star Wars and the Beatles and just a bunch of varieties. But if you guys know someone that loves Harry Potter just like I do, go ahead and buy this for them, for their Christmas, for their birthday, for anniversaries, you name it. They're amazing playing decks. I highly recommend these. These are really cool. They're Harry Potter playing card decks, and it's not your typical card deck. Like, it comes with so much detail. You guys know how much I love my details, and I love all the little intricate details, so this is just perfect for me, and I really appreciate this item, and I would highly recommend this to anyone, really, not just Harry Potter fans, but people who have Harry Potter friends or family members. And even if you don't have any of that fandom, there are a bunch of other fandoms that Theory 11 makes, just like Star Wars or the Beatles. They just have a large variety, so I recommend, and I will go ahead and link their information down below. I'll go ahead and link their website down below. Use my code 10% off The Collecting Wizard to go ahead and get your own version of the Harry Potter ones. If you guys like this video, slam that like button down below. It really helps me out. It really does. And if you guys are new here, hey, I'm Johnny. I go by The Collecting Wizard, and I talk about everything Harry Potter and theme park related content on a daily basis. So without further ado, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.